It might lead to not the sexiest talk today because I think we got a lot of good players. I don't think there's a first rounder in the linebacker or safety group. I don't think it exists. But I think you said it right. I think there's, still doesn't mean, again, we just don't have freaks or the bona fide superstar or prototypical guy we like at the position, right? There's no like, oh, whoa, that's Roquan Smith. Oh, whoa, okay, that's a can't miss. I've seen 10 plays. Let's just move on. He's awesome. That doesn't exist, right? Same thing with the safety position. It's not there this year. I would be shocked if anybody goes in the first round. I think, like you said, it's more of it starts to get unlocked around pick 35, 40, and then we can start to see some of these guys go off the board anywhere from 35 to 85. I think you'll start to see a run at these two positions.
How many guys do you have in tier 1 here?
We've been 3 guys in tier 1. Yeah, there's no stand one guy like we've had at other positions where I go, no, this is clearly the guy. There's no Bijan Robinson or Jalen Carter here, right? I got a guy that's number 1, but the other 2 guys that are in this class with him too, they're in this class, and his margin of how much better he is than the other 2 is not that great for me to not put them all in the same tier here.
All in the same tier.
All in the same tier.
But they all can't be number 1.
No, they
You're
cannot.
number 1 linebacker in the year 2023.
Daiyan Henley, Washington State, right? You know me, I do have a type, right? I am. And I love guys that can hit and are big more times than not. But, again, this is not that age in football anymore. And especially in this position. This is now really your prototypical every down middle linebacker. Daiyan Henley from Washington State, first off, has the body I love. I mean, he's just a rocked up muscle, right? Extremely explosive. And one of the first things I wrote down is this is my kind of dude right here. You can see right away there's high level twitchiness, explosiveness in the athlete, right? Plays with a reckless physical abandon that that I just think is necessary. Again, when we talk about the top linebackers in football, they all have that. I know there's some other ones that are good and whatever else, and I'm going to go, ooh, what's missing from that guy? Well, he doesn't like Roquan Smith and Fred Warner, right? This is who I think of. They see a hole, they run through it. They don't care if the Mack truck is there or if it's little Tweety Bird. They're going through it. They're going to go through it. And, oh, wait, there's a guard coming in. I don't even hesitate. I go and smash him. And I act like I'm the guy that's 100 pounds bigger. That, to me, is what's needed at the position, and that's what this guy has. He plays with more of a, reckless physical style, downhill style that I love, right? It was the best I saw. He's a ball hawk sideline to sideline. He can play between the tackles, too, for a smaller guy. Now, it's not perfect. Are there some plays you're going to see where he can't get off a block the way you'd like? Okay, sure. Yeah, there is some of that, right? But he does play. He can navigate through the trash, which is one like, and what I mean by that, Ahmed, is like, hey, it's like block down. Now there's a pulling guard, and he's kind of like, whoa, okay, wait, all right, wait, there's somebody tried to come up to the second level and get me. Okay, wait, now here's the guard. Oh, I can kind of get through him and still be in the hole and ready to make the tackle, right? So he can do that. He can kind of move and navigate through the blocking schemes to make the tackle, let alone can take on the box and do that. For 225, he's actually very good at that.
He comes with a lot of power right at the chest of these running backs.
He definitely does. He's not the perfect player here, but what he is there's 2 things: the speed and I think the size combination is what I really like more than anything. Right? Okay, I would say he's a guy that I wish was a little bit more instinctive at times. Or there's times where you go, wait, there's the hole. Just go run through it and make the tackle. You got it. Don't worry about it. Just, shoot your gun and go get the ball, right? There's some of that. There's no doubt about that. But you talk about sideline to sideline, I mean, he could be arguably the best in the draft in that. He might have that over our guy we just talked about. All right, one-on-one tackler in space, I mean, I thought he was really good in those situations. And again, that's life for a linebacker a lot of times in the NFL too. Again, we just talked about it, whether it's covering a back out of the backfield. Ooh, I got to run out in the edge. They ran a toss sweep. It's me and Christian McCaffrey one-on-one. I got to make a tackle here, right? That's part of what they got to do too, not only just taking on guards in the trash, right? But it just has a nice blend of everything. I really didn't see anything that I went, ooh, is a negative about, his game overall. I think that's the big thing I liked. Like I talked about, I wish there was a little bit more, instinctive and maybe a little bit more of a recklessness that I like as far as, what I like? He's physical, but maybe not totally crazy like I like, right? He takes on blocks. He can stand his ground. He does throw his body around. I wrote he throws it around more than some other guys we're going to talk about here later on. I don't want to give in any inklings here, but there's still, I wish, just a little bit more of that. But either way, you can see here, just if you're watching on our YouTube page, and I mean, this is a specimen of a person we're talking about, and has all the things that you need to be good in the NFL. And I think the things that aren't that good, he gets off box pretty well. I think are teachable things. He's young, and he just got to keep playing, and he's going to get better at the feel and what's needed at that position. The 6.74 3-cone, that's like insane good for that. Insane. That's like slot receiver good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. And that's where, we're talking about a guy that's, we're talking athletic.
Here's
loose,
a guy.
flexible, pliable, right? This is not just some stiff meathead linebacker. I want to hit you and do that. That's not what he is. In fact, I wish there was more of that. Right? That was probably be the reason he's 3. These guys aren't always my cup of tea, but I do recognize the size of this guy and some of the things that's going to translate to the NFL that really is going to work for sure. What were you going to ask me? Sorry about it.
He almost seems like with his athletic ability and his size, like he's one of those guys that you talk about. We move these guys to edge normally.
Yeah. And I don't, he might, flirt with that a little bit here. But this is, I think, because of the athleticism too. You're right. We don't see these very much. Think of he's got a Leighton Vander Esch type of look to his body, right, for the Dallas Cowboys. And Tremaine Edmonds, right? We're talking about bigger, square shoulder, long arm kind of guys. That's what he is here, right? Legs, I wish were a little thicker, but good enough. When you watch on film, the speed, the acceleration, all of that, it's all true to the combine numbers. I didn't come away going, oh, man, he's just a workout warrior. No, that's all real. Like I said, his change of direction, his hips and coverage, that's where he's going to have real value. He's a pain in the ass in coverage, right? Running, in the run game, he's good, okay? But this is why he's 3 for me. I like psychos. I don't know what else to tell you. And not that this guy is not, I don't want this to be mixed up here. He's not soft by any stretch of the imagination. He's just not psycho, all right? And that's where I probably fall off too. Yeah, there's some plays where I go, oh, you just got to go in there and smash your head there. You got to go in there and smash that guy, And, because he's big and he's long, he's a little bit of a catcher with the hands and let me get my arms and hands on you instead of delivering the blow or taking the blow that way, okay? Ball hawk linebacker here. And again, I think a guy, when you talk about like just natural instincts to go get the ball, again, he might be the leader of everybody, really.
Puts his foot in the ground really well and then like attacks,
right? His play strength and his pop and his hits are real deal Holyfield. He's got the style I like. You know that.
Yes.
It's kamikaze, it's fearless, it's everything you want there. He looks like we talked about, he looks like a big-time NFL safety. That's what he looks like, in his uniform, really. And then, twitchy as hell, ball hawk, right? Aggression, downhill, incredible acceleration. That's all good. I like 4.62, of course you want him to be faster, but the acceleration is a very important number for a linebacker. Oh, wait, he's running in the C gap. I got to get there in a hurry before that he gets through the gap. That's really their game, right? How many times does a linebacker have to run 50 yards down the field, right? That's not – so 4.62 is punny fast. Do I wish he was a little faster? Sure. But his 10 is really good. His explosiveness is off the charts good. Teams that value a space type of linebacker, they're going to love him. He's a really good football player, and he's instinctive to go along with it. Has a nose for the ball, and the short area explosiveness is real. That's why he's number 4. He's a 3-down linebacker, and then you're going to have to deal with a few size issues here and there.
It's exactly what it looks like on tape is that he doesn't look 4'6", because the last 2 feet between him and the running back, when he's there in striking distance, boom, he's got him by the shoelace.
No
and
doubt.
Down.
Exactly. And you see that acceleration, so it doesn't show 4.62 because you're going, well, he never has to run the full 40.
Yes.
He's just running 20 a lot of the times, and that's all he needs to do. His ability just to go get the ball is why I couldn't leave him off the list, really. It's that. You know, there's some things, again, that concern me about the NFL a little. Again, the size and the length and all that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it just I've seen there's a place for guys like this in the NFL right now. And I think between his physical explosiveness, his power, you know, he's got the great contact balance we talk about. You know, he didn't run on the combine, but I wrote he looks like a high 4.8 type of guy with really good acceleration. He has incredible short area quickness. He's got some magical way that I couldn't even figure out how he was doing it. He's just so explosive that even when you thought, oh, they got him, he's not going to be able to get off this block, he could get off. He was really good that way. Incredible overall strength. He might not be looked at as highly as I do, but I just couldn't let go the ability of going to get the ball and the explosiveness of the football player. I think he'll be okay in the NFL.
Let's take another look at how many red jerseyed guys once again, here you go. You got red and orange. I mean, the fact that Alabama and Georgia
and Alabama are a problem, right? And Ohio State, it's a killer.
You've had a lot of yellow too, though. Iowa, Michigan,
a
couple times.
Right.
So
yeah, we're dabbling in the yellow a little bit, but yep. What does orange and red become before the yellow in the color wheel?
No, that's not. I was thinking about that coming in here. How we finally tried to settle it, and then I even screwed that up, and I was like, well, I'm never talking about it again. And now here it comes back to me.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but you know there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. Me, Ahmed Fareed, we're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.